What's her name?
There we go.
All right, sir. Thank you. We're seeing you this evening because you've got misdemeanor cases pending in Tucson City Court as well as Pima County Justice Court. You also have been arrested on some new felony charges, and in the felony case, you were charged with possession of a dangerous drug and possession of drug paraphernalia. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You also have the right to an attorney. And in your felony case, I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. What we're going to do is we're going to talk about release conditions in your next court dates. Now, I've read everything presented to me. The state is asking for pretrial services along with a steps court hearing. My inclination is to follow that. Does either counsel wish to be heard?
No.
Nothing further from the state, Your Honor.
And defense, is your client willing to waive time for the preliminary?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, sir, what the parties are telling me is that you may qualify for a diversion program run through Pima County Superior Court. It's a treatment-focused program where if you first qualify for it and then you complete it, it can result in these charges never being formally filed. Does that sound like something you'd be interested in?
Yeah. I need to say something.
How about you talk to, go ahead and speak with the attorney seated next to you. I want to make sure that you don't say anything out loud that's going to hurt your case, so speak to her first.
Your Honor, he'd like to state his position.
Go ahead.
I can't be released right now. I feel like if I go back on the streets right now, I'm gonna die out there. I'm not doing too good out there on the streets, and I need to get better.
So right now, are you asking me to be held, are you asking to be held in custody?
Yeah, I have to.
Does either counsel wish to be heard?
Your Honor, based on his position, I'd ask for a $50 bond.
No comment from the state, Your Honor.
All right, sir, what I'm going to do is I will order that you be held on a $50 cash bond. You will be supervised by pretrial services if you post that, and you'll need to comply with any directions they give you. You're not to possess any alcohol or illegal drugs, firearms, or weapons. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm still going to set that steps court hearing for that diversion, that treatment program. So that hearing is going to be on July the 2nd at 9 o'clock. That'll be at 9 o'clock in the morning. Now, if you're in custody, I believe the jail will take care of bringing you to that hearing. I'm also setting a preliminary hearing on July the 7th at 1:30 in the afternoon. Counsel, since he's electing to remain in custody, I'm not going to set it out for the further date.
Understood.
Now, sir, in your justice court case, you were charged with misdemeanor offenses of theft, false reporting, possession of drug paraphernalia, and criminal trespass in the 3rd degree. Based on what I've heard so far and what you've articulated, as your wishes, I will order that you be held on a $50 cash or secured bond. Again, no alcohol or drugs. I'm going to order that you have no contact with any alleged victims or incident locations.
Okay.
Your next court date will be an arraignment hearing on June the 26th, 2025 at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm going to appoint Caitlin Waters to represent you. You'll get paperwork that has her contact information on it so you can get a hold of her. Now, you also have a city court matter where you were charged with 1 count of criminal trespass in the 3rd degree. I'm going to enter not guilties on your behalf to that alleged charge. I'm going to appoint the city public defender's office to represent you, and I'm going to order you be held on a $50 cash bond. You're not to possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, and you're not to return to the incident location. Your next court date in that case is going to be a video review hearing on July the 1st, 2025 at 1:45 in the afternoon. I'm also going to set a hearing for July 25th, 2025, and that will be at 9:30 in the morning.
Thank you.
Now, sir, you're going to paperwork for all of these cases with all of the court dates. If you are released, you need to make those court dates. Let me suggest to you that while you're in custody, I don't know what kind of programs that they have in the jail, but as long as you're in custody, if you're serious about trying to get a hold of things, it's probably a good idea to check those out. Okay?
Thank you.
All right, sir, you're excused. All right, everyone, that's all we have.